Hi everyone, Brian here, back with part 2 of my celebration of the Nintendo 3DS's third birthday. Part 1 I went over the systems I own and some of the accessories I have for it, and just general overall about the Nintendo 3DS. In part 2 I will start going over my games, and I'll start with my collector's editions, limited editions, and such. So we'll start off with, in no particular order, these aren't alphabetized, we'll go over my limited editions, ones with soundtracks, mostly Atlas stuff. We'll start with Project X Zone here, and this is the real-time, turn-based fighting game, strategy game. I haven't played it yet. It's on my list to play. It came with a soundtrack, an art book, and a poster, which I didn't even look at the poster. I might want to hang that up. So I heard this is a very quirky game with Bandai, Namco, and or Namco Capcom characters that just go into each other's world meet in this whole zone, or I guess it's the X Zone or whatever. They meet in this whole world and they have to fight evil and stuff. So you see some of the characters here. You have Ulala, you have Mega Man, or Mega Man X, Resident Evil. You have Ryu, some Tekken fighters, Dante. Just really great. Just the fan service in this game. Now we have Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivors, Devil Summoner Soul Hackers. This was originally released on the Sega Saturn, not over here though. So it's a mid-90s game, just ported over here. I don't know if it was improved upon, but for the 3DS. So it's the first time released in the USA, and it comes with a CD. And yeah, just a CD, and it's an Atlas release, so anytime I see an Atlas game, they come in these beautiful packaging with the CDs and stuff. So yeah, nice to have that. One of the games I'm currently playing, I'm about on the 4th land, and that's Etrian Odyssey 4. Focus. There we go. Etrian Odyssey 4. Legends of the Titans, and this is the first Etrian Odyssey game I ever played, and I really like it. I like the fact that you have to map your dungeons out. There's only one main town that you can warp to at any time, and you use the items, the resources that you find to buy new items, get stronger. So you're constantly going back and forth between dungeons, selling the items, getting more weapons, going back, getting a little stronger, fighting, getting more items, coming back, selling, and it's a very fun RPG. The only thing, I'm not huge on the character design, but the whole thing is just a great game, and yeah, I want to finish this up, and I'm about maybe 3/4 of the way through, I'm guessing. But yeah, it comes with a CD, and music CD, and full color book featuring game art. So happy to have Etrian Odyssey 4. It's the first one I played in the series. Very good, very fun game. We also have Etrian Odyssey Untold, the Millennium Girl. This is a remake of the first Etrian Odyssey, from what I understand. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is, and it has more of a storyline to it. From what I understand, the Etrian Odyssey games don't have a huge storyline, but this one does have a better storyline, I think. It comes with an illustration book and a music CD, and another Atlas release. And we have Code of Princess. This was a very fun game. I beat this with mostly playing as the main character. I forget her name. I'm losing my mind here. Not mine, but I'm having a brain fart. I'm forgetting her name. But this is a very fun beat-em-up game. Very much like Guardian Heroes, which is very fun. But yeah, it's not a very short game. I think I put 9 or 10 hours into it. I'd like to go back and play as other characters. And it was challenging sometimes, some of the fights and battles. And it was very fun. The graphics are very fun. 3D is good. Just everything is very good and very unique. You don't see a lot of games like these now on consoles. Another game I really enjoyed, I put about maybe 20 some hours into it, is Kid Icarus Uprising. At first, most people know that the controls on this game, you have to aim with the stylus to shoot, and move your reticle and shoot, and move your reticle around to aim. And on the ground, you use the stylus to rotate and move forward and such. But it took a little bit to get used to, but once I got used to it, I couldn't imagine playing it another way, because the accuracy you get from the stylus aiming, you really need in this game. And one thing I liked about this game is you could dial down the difficulty. If you wanted to play, you were just tired and you wanted to play a little bit without being overrun by hard, difficulty, you could have it in the middle, which is what I played most of the game at, and just have a fun time shooting and going through the levels. And if you wanted to go higher, you'd put more hearts into this cauldron, and the more hearts you put into it, the harder, the more intense the level was, and you'd also get more hearts in return. And there were certain gate levels with gates with like a 9 or so, and that meant you had to beat or go into that level and that difficulty, and you could open that door and get a special weapon. I haven't gone through and done all that. I just beat it, just stuck on basically about medium, and I had a blast doing it. And some of the dialogue in this game is just hilarious. The story is really good. The graphics are very good. I think that some of the best 3D on the Nintendo 3DS, and yeah, it's one of my favorite, one of my favorite 3DS games. But that's hard to say because there's a lot of good 3DS games. So it comes with a stand as well, and basically you could put your 3DS on the stand and have your hands free without holding it to move the stylus. But what I usually did was hold it, almost balance it on my pinky, and use the triggers and with your fingers, and you could play pretty well with that, like that. So if it scared you off, give it a shot. Maybe you might find you really like it, like I did. Another one, we have Shin Megami Tensei 4. I never played a Shin Megami Tensei game. I heard that these are very hardcore, very hard RPGs. I have no idea what they're about. There's you have devils that you can summon, or devils that go with you, but that's all I know. It's a very big box set here, or collector set, and it comes with the game, and this art book is right here. And it's a very beautiful art book. Or actually, it's not an art book, it's a strategy guide, I'm sorry. But it helps you out. This will actually be a very good help for me when I do start playing it. So it comes with all this great artwork you can look at too in this strategy guide. Expendable items, fusions, so you can fuse demons, I guess, from reading this. Very, very nice. It also comes with a soundtrack CD. Whoop, there we go. And I always loved the Atlas. I said that before, but it's just, I never bought a lot of Atlas stuff, but once I started buying it, it's just, wow, they really do go above and beyond with their packaging and what they give away or what they put in their games. So, happy to have that. Moving on, we got Hakuoki Memories of Shinsugami. This is the limited edition for this. To be honest, I think this is a visual novel simulation dating type of game. And to be honest, I had no idea what this game's about. I just bought it because the special edition came with a fan. And the graphics kind of intrigued me. And I wanted to start playing visual novel games. And it was something so intriguing that I've never played a game that would be like this. So I wanted to give it a shot. And this was came with a folding fan, a Japanese-style towel, and the Men of Hakuoki art book. So I guess you play as a girl in this game, and you can date one of the guys on here, but I'm not 100% sure. But happy to have that. And we have Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. And this would be the second Kingdom Hearts game I've played. And the first one was Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation 2, which I never finished. I think I got to the part where you can get the ship, and I think I went into the, was it Tarzan level? I can't remember 100%. There's this system in this game where you can travel really fast on these like rails, like almost you're like on a rail, like skateboarding almost. It makes it going around really fun. And this is the Mark of Mastery edition. It comes with the Dream Drop Distance game, a set of 5 AR cards, 12 art cards, and a original 3DS protector's case. So Happy to have that. The game I'm currently playing, not too far into yet, and that's Bravely Default. And this is a very, very nice Japanese RPG so far. The music is great. It's very old. It gives me an old style SNES RPG vibe to it, which I really love. And this limited collector's edition comes with the game, obviously, a soundtrack, and a very nice art book, and some AR cards. And if you haven't played Bravely Default, I'm just starting it right now. There's a whole bunch of like, it has like, so far a lot of what I'm playing reminds me of old Super Nintendo RPGs. There's crystals that are being corrupt, and the party members meet. I've only met one party member so far, but at the beginning it gives you like a prologue of the main party members, I believe, and what's happening. But if you like old style Japanese RPGs, give this a shot. So I'm playing this a few hours each night, so it's very fun. And we'll start the adventure. There was 2 Adventure Time games released, and here we have the Adventure Time's Hey Ice King, why did you steal our garbage? This was a very, very fun game to play. It's a lot like Zelda 2, not as hard, but the music on this game is just outstanding. If you find a copy of this for cheap, get it, pick it up. It's very fun. Just a fun blast to play, and the music alone is worth it. Have another one. We have Adventure Time, Explore the Dungeon Because I Don't Know, in explanations. And this is almost like a Gauntlet. From what I hear, it's a Gauntlet type of game, like the old Gauntlet games where you had Warrior, Valkyrie, Wizard, and Archer, or Elf. And you go in multiple dungeons and multiple levels and collect loot and such. And I haven't played it yet, but that's all I know about it. So it didn't get good reviews, but I'll check it out. It's also available for Wii U, I believe. And thanks, everyone. That's part 2 of my my celebration of the Nintendo 3DS 3rd birthday. Join me for part 3, if you would, for my normal regular released games, not special editions, just my completion of the Nintendo 3DS celebration. So, thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you in part 3.